Hi Libra, welcome to your Magic Door reading for 19. This is about either a relationship that you're in that you're starting to feel like the fade or the distance or something's not right and there's like a wedge growing, or it is about an ex. Either way, it's about reconnecting with somebody that you want to reconnect with and exploring if that's a possibility or not. All right, Libra. Other than that, everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Libra. King of Cups. Okay. I feel like this is somebody taking the time to think about how they feel. I feel like they're ready to go. Whoever this is, very well could be you, Libra. This is either a relationship that is built on trust and compassion and emotional safety and love, or it is somebody ready to give that to somebody. They're familiar enough with who they are and their feelings to come from that place of balanced compassion and love and emotional generosity, all that. Okay, so we've got, all right. So we go from this to the Nine of Swords. Oh boy. All right, Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords. That was a King of Swords. Oh boy. Five of Swords, why not? The Empress, could be Taurus. Death, that could be Scorpio. And Eight of Cups. All right. Okay, so what's this Nine of Swords about? Because this would suggest that whatever it is driving you crazy. It's been on your mind. That's all you can think about now. And it's maybe you're reviewing what has happened and you feel guilty or sorrowful or sad or remorseful. What's this Nine of Swords about? Yeah. Because there could be a Gemini involved. Lots of air here. It could be Taurus, could be Gemini. Could also be another Libra or an Aquarius. What's this? Nine of... Almost dropped him. What's that Nine of Swords about? Nine of Swords, what's that about? I think these four together, this is about someone wanting to rush in there and tell them, profess their feelings of love and that you're happily ever after, I'm sorry, or just, I need you to know how I feel. So if you're in a relationship and you haven't told them, this is that burning need and desire to say, you know what, after all we've been through, I need you to know how I feel about you. And what's this Eight of Swords here? This is about finding a way to tell him. That's for darn sure. But I think you feel cut off from the person, or there's been a breakup, and there has been somebody's going through it emotionally. There's been an ending, and they are not receptive right now. They're not receptive right now. This is them walking away. This is them dealing with, I think this is like, you know what, maybe when there's some distance from it, okay, but right now they're still emotionally dealing with this ending. They're kind of transforming. This is transformation, so this has changed them greatly. They can't go back to who they are. If there is to be another chance, or at least who they are with you, I should say. If there's going to be another chance, it's not going to be right now, because they need to still process this. It's like they're in the middle of it. When you're going through hell, best to go through quickly. That's them right here. They're going through it right now. And they hurt, they're broken hearted, they want to grieve, and they need to finish grieving before they can actually accept another love offer or even be receptive to somebody talking about that with them, if that makes sense. I know, and you know, a lot of times it's like, I just want to make it better, just give me something, but this isn't that. They've passed that, and now they're like, I just need to keep walking. I just need to keep going. What's this Eight of Swords? We got two eights here. What else do we have? That's a 30. That's a 4. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay. Let me see the eights here. 2 8s. So we've got new knowledge and possibly marriage, because we got 1, 2, 3. So new knowledge, definitely. Maybe you're thinking if you tell them how you feel that they didn't know before, that it would affect them, and it very well could, but just they're really kind of firmly fixed. I feel like that time to be able to tell them that is gone. It's past. So they have to ride this out. They have to process and get through their feelings, because I think they feel betrayed. I think that there was somebody cut somebody off, somebody cut somebody out, somebody betrayed somebody's trust. And after that, it was like, I gotta go. I'm out. It could be because somebody started talking to somebody online. It could be that they're not dealing with anybody. They're not dealing with an air sign, but they're actually in therapy. This could be talking to a lawyer, a judge, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a doctor, somebody to help them. And when I say therapy and then I talk about a lawyer, that was incorrect, obviously. But point is, they're talking to somebody that is the ultimate in their field or comes from a position of authority and expertise that can advise them. This could be talking to somebody about advising them, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a psychologist or a counselor or a therapist, that sort of thing, in dealing with feeling the loss of this. And somebody has to figure out a way to convey, no, I think that's what this is. I think this is about you wanting to figure out a way to convey how you feel and make it all better. Like, don't go through with this. Don't close the door. The thing is, they have to, because they're no good to you until they do. After they close the door, then you can talk to them again, because they'll have finished processing it. They're going to be whole. But if you try to stop that, you're going to end up right back with, they're going to not trust. I mean, and I'm not doing the girlfriend conversation, the kitchen sink, like, no, don't call them. No. Point being, when you have these three right here, okay, you got feelings of betrayal and being cut off and somebody having to win at all costs and feeling cut out and this and that. And then somebody's like, well, I guess I'll just go, and I'm in very much pain. I'm going to leave everything I have here. I can't take another minute of this. Heart's torn out. And this right here, going through that transformation, not to use a bad analogy, but if you talk about metamorphosis, the butterfly, if you try to get that pupa or whatever the heck it is in the middle, don't ask me how I know all this, going through it, you're going to get a half-dead butterfly. You're going to get something that's not whole, that has not completed the process to be who they were supposed to be. Don't deny them the butterfly. What I mean is, Libra, they're no good to you right now. So if you do want to rush in there, and maybe you know this already because this is you, like, I don't know what to do. It's all I think about. I want to make it up to them. I want to say, I'm sorry, I love them. I need them to know how I feel. That's going to happen later. It has to. Because right now they're very closed off. They're probably talking, it might be online, they're probably talking to someone or some buddies about this and trying to get through this, because they're intent now on, I keep wanting to say finishing the process, but keeping things cut off. Wow. Okay, hold on a minute, because what's this Empress about? I'll tell you what hunch is before I pull the cards. I feel like you're going to have to prove yourself a mile long in a day, a mile in a year long. It's never going to be enough at this point. Another reason why, if you cut this grieving process off for them and rush in there, or this distance, whatever, if you're still together, but it doesn't feel like you are, this feels like it's for exes here, just saying. If you rush in like you want to say you're sorry, maybe you want them to rush in, but if this process gets circumvented for whoever's grieving, somebody's going to end up having to take care of the other person emotionally. That's what I feel like this is. I could be wrong. Let me see what the cards say, because, screw me. Hold on a minute, Libra. What's this? 3 of Strength. A solid foundation. Not looking good for what I just said. Not looking good. Okay, yeah. So I feel like this is going to be, this could be Taurus, but this is about the ideal relationship. This is about nurturing, caring, prosperity, abundance, the ultimate mother, right? Don't worry, I'm not going to bang on the pregnancy drum. This is a good, solid foundation. And then we have indecision. So even if you came at them like gangbusters, if you just completely came correct everything, and you're like, you know what, I'm sorry, I will take care of you, I'm emotionally available, I'm going to be the best person for you, I'm going to be the relationship you dreamed about, that's what I'm offering, this is a solid offer, they're going to be like, I just can't right now. They're going to be indecisive. They're going to be non-communicative. It's going to be a stalemate because of this. I don't feel like they hate you. I don't feel like they have bad feelings towards you, but I feel like they just need some space and time and distance, and they need to be by themselves. I don't know if this is a relationship and it broke up, or if it's just somebody you're watching from afar, but I really feel like you want to rush in there and let them know how you feel, and to be everything that they want you to be and more. You're ready for it. You're coming from this place, but they're not ready. Look at this. We got all this over here. We got some cups, and we got some the wands, and we got the Empress, and then over here we got swords and death, and walking away. So they're not ready to hear it. Libra. Somebody would be doing the lion's share of the work. I was going to say that, and I saw, oh, that's fitting. But somebody, it's a good intentions, like honorable intentions. I want to take care of you. I want us to be that great couple together. I want to give back. I want to be all these things. I'm a good person. I'm a good partner. And this is like, meh. This is somebody not making a decision. All right, Libra. Okay, that one fell out. Oh, there's two. These two fell out. Okay, so this is somebody receiving healing and support from friends. That very well could be them. And this is about careful you don't micromanage the parts of a relationship. You're not too controlling, because the sum is greater than the parts. But because of that, like this kind of speaks to this right here, right? This, look what the two of you together can create, this beautiful rainbow, right? However, both of you, it needs all the strings. It can't just be like you, because then it's just monochromatic, right? So this is saying, just because you want something so badly, you can't control all the parts that go into it. If it's willing, or if they're right there with you, then it could be this beautiful masterpiece here. It could be this wonderfully abundant creative time, right? But you have to wait for all the pieces to show up. You have to wait for the person to want it just as badly and with the same amount of intensity and effort as you do. You don't want to be in a position where you have to kind of convince them and beg them and keep assuring them, because then you're just going to keep doing that. I think when this person is whole and when they finish processing, then that can be talked about, and there's, but until then, I feel like you'd just be interrupting their process, and then it would make it even weirder for them. Like that would turn them off even more. It would be more off-putting to them. Right, Libra. Now the one that I wanted to pull, whichever that one is, Libra. Again, but this is coming up a lot. This is about relationships teaching you more about who you are, like along the way. So this is experiences and relationships and relationship to other things and people, and your relationship to money and where you live and with your parents and things like that, your job, all of that is teaching you more and more about yourself, and the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. This is about realizing things, self-analysis, awareness, a relationship showing up to teach you this about yourself, that sort of thing. Kind of redundant, like I don't mean to, and this is about healing, and then this is about, so it's like I don't mean to sit there and go, well, this is just, teaching you who you are. It's like, somebody says that, you just want to smack them, because you're like, you know what, I'm grieving, I'm in pain, I am going out of my mind, not knowing what to do, and you're saying, well, you just know who you are now. All right, okay, Uncle Wilson, okay. That's just, somebody says that's like, oh God, who invited them? Shut up. Libra. It's just hard to hear when you're grieving. It's like, well, now you know who you are. What? Thank you, Helen. Thank you. And I can say that because she's a relative. I'm not talking about anybody else but a relative. Sincere relationships. Yes. It looks like you are ready for it, and they are not. They're going through, they're grieving, there's a lack of trust, they feel betrayed, they're just out. Maybe you have come full circle and you're ready for that now. You're going to have to wait for them. You're going to have to wait, because they're not ready for that yet. Last one. Libra. It could be that you're going to have to start this. We got two queens as sincere friends. It could be that you're going to have to come from a place of compassion, love, and friendship for quite some time. Or yeah, we can be friends, just not yet. And then it'll have to grow from there, because they're not ready. They want their own space right now. That jumped. It turned over in the deck, so I'll leave. Stop it. Give it to me. It's sassy. Answered prayer. Okay, so we've got quite a few things here, but this is. I think this is talking about taking time. Someone's really going through it right now. They're needing help. Someone's wanting to get in there and get that relationship off the ground. And I want this to, we could be so good together, but you got to wait for everybody to show up and be ready. And the other person's not. They're grieving. There's a lot of sorrow involved here, probably on both sides. And you might have to come from a place of friendship after a while. They might be open to that, but this was a very authentic and pivotal relationship for you, no doubt about that. This is, to me, this feels like somebody's in a lot of meditation and prayer about this and is really hoping that things will work out. And I think if you bide your time and do your due diligence, this is saying that, you know, things will be divinely guided. I hate to say answered prayers, but I do believe that things will be divinely guided. That's just me whenever I see this, but especially when we got this right here. You're not going to go off and do something, you know, half-cocked. I mean, this is emotional wisdom right here. So I think you're right to just kind of stay and hope and pray and meditate and send them, you know, and heal and just stand by until they're ready. You might have a chance then if that's what you're interested in. If nothing else, it could be a very sincere friendship, like this is saying too. It might have been, I don't know. I feel like it might have to start there with the friendship first, after they go through it. Okay, all right, Libra. I hope this was helpful. This is really like sticking out to me, the sincere relationships. I feel like, okay, you were this and that, and then all of a sudden, no, wait, and then somebody left, and then you're like, okay, can we please start over? And that has to start with friendship. Maybe that's what this is right here. Okay, shutting up. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I do hope this helped you. I feel like you're just chomping at the bit, and I know what that's like, and you just stay strong, and you stay firm, and you stay classy. No, you stay compassionate and balanced about this. They'll come around in time, but right now is not that time. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.